break it down.
Yo, what is up guys, Dusky Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you a tutorial on how you can make your own intro in Blender for free. I have all the downloads in the description, so just follow my steps. Press first numpad 1 on your keyboard, then press Ctrl Alt numpad 0 to bring the camera into front view. Now you wanna hover your mouse over this cube, press X and click delete. Now we wanna make the text, so you can either press Shift A and then clicking text, or you can go up here, create, and click text. Then to bring it into front view, press R, X. Damn it. Let's just do it over here. You want to go to this orange cube. Let me just press N to get rid of that. And then under X rotation, enter 90. Boom, like that. Sorry. Okay, now you want to type your text. You can type whatever you want, but this is an example, so yeah. Then you want to go to the text tab, the F. Then you want to click this font, regular, click this folder icon. Then find your download files. There we go, that's a cool font. Now we want to make it centered, so you want to click center. Then you go into tools up here and click set origin to geometry. Now you want to go back to the orange cube up here and make everything on the location to 0. Then we want to scale it up a bit. That's great. Now you can make it like extrude, so under extrude, modification, extrude, under geometry, click 0.12. Cool. Now click the bevel depth to 0.01 and the resolution to 4. Now you want to press Shift D and then just right click. Then we want to change this. Change the bevel depth to 0.005 and the extrusion to 0.14. That's cool. Now we want to append the Lightroom and the material. So you want to go to File, Append, then in the downloads I made it so you can append the Lightroom and stuff. So go into Object and then take everything except lamp and camera and click Append from library. Now drag this down and you want to click the eye icon for everything. Cool. Okay, so now let's get back to go and append, and then click this back right here, then click material, and did I forget the materials? Be right back. Okay, here we're back. Okay, so you wanna find this, and now we can get the materials. I don't know what happened, but something happened. So also we wanna append the world. So go back to append and then append the world and then world 004. So now we will apply the materials to the text. So for text 001 we want to add the blue material. And by the way, you want to change it to cycles render. That's important. Change it to cycles render. And then you want to change the outer text to the blue material. Then you want to right click the other text and you want to append the metal. Like that. So now if we go into rendered view, it will look like this. As you can see, there are like black edges around that. We will fix that later, but when you're animating, your frame rate drops if you do that yet. So let's do that at the end. Go back to solid down here. Sorry. So yeah. Now we want to add this song. Drag this up. Click this clock icon right down here. And click video sequence editor. Drag this all the way down to 0 and add sound. Now in the intro tutorial files I have a song. So as you can see, it's 246 frames. So if you go back to timeline down here, 246, boom. So yeah, let's just start animating then. Let's go. So you wanna press Shift A and then click empty and then cube. So right click the camera, then hold Shift while right clicking the cube, and then press Ctrl P and then click object. Now if we rotate this cube, the camera will follow. Cool. Let me drag this up a bit, like that. Now you wanna right click, hold Shift and then right click the other text to select both of them. So now we wanna go down here and click location rotation scale. That way if you press I, it will set a location and rotation and scaling keyframe for all of it. So the drops is at 46-ish frames, so you wanna press I here. Then you wanna go to the first frame by clicking this icon right here. Then RX180. Then press I, and then RC. (180). Then press I again. Cool. So we can animate this too. So here it should be facing this way, and here it could be RC180 and then RY180. Cool. So I wanna make this a bit further that way. So RC, then drag the cursor up that way. Then RX and then move it down a bit. Like that. So I again. So you want to jump three frames, not flames. Then R, C, and then move it like that, and then R, X, and then move it a bit more up. Break it down. It's at 94-ish. So here you wanna press R, C, move it about here, R, X, move it a bit more up. Break it down. Here you can like press R, C, and move it behind like that, then R, X, and then down. Jump 2 frames ahead, and then I again. So then we don't want this keyframe, so you wanna click rotation and click delete keyframes. Let's go to frame 44 and then R, C, move it a bit up like that, then R, X, and move it up even more. Nope, that's not good. Here you want to delete this again. See how it's moving down. Okay, so then you want it to go more down, so R, X, and then move it like this, then R, C, and move it over here. That still looks ugly. R, X, and then move it around one time. There we go. Actually, let me see this one. Okay, that's not good. RX, then move it down like this. Or RZ, and then move it like this. Go to frame 156 and then R, Z, move it around, then R, Y, move it like that, then R, X, and then move it down. Go 4 frames and then R, Z, move it over here, or X, move it up here. Just an example. Move it up here. Then at the last frame, make it go this way, like that. X rotation should be 0. This should be 0. This should be 0. Nope, delete these keyframes. R, X, and then down like that, and then R, Z, up like this. R, Y, and then, okay. Okay, that looks great. Okay, cool. So here, you want it to be scaled, and then go to the last frame, press S, and then move it out a bit. Like this. I. And by the way, I haven't used that much time to sync it this time. But this actually doesn't look that bad. Now we want to render it, so go into the camera settings, scroll down, and under film click transparent. Then you wanna go up here and click new scene. Go back to the first scene, right click the camera, hold shift and right click the cube, then press Ctrl L, and objects to scene 001. When we get here, it will look like this, because this is how it looks at frame 1. But we actually don't want it to be like this. We will change it to cycles render once again, then go to the planet, the world, then click this, and then click world 004. That way, if we render it, go into the render setting down here, you will see the world. Then go back to solid, and then go back to scene, the first scene, and then press F12 or go up here, click render, and then render image. Then go into the compositing tab. Actually, I forgot to render the scene, so go to scene 001, and then default scene 001, and then F12. If you want it to render faster, you can go under sampling and then reduce this, let's say 5. Now it will render a lot faster. So if we go back to the first scene and then click compositing, check use nodes, then hover mouse here and then click F12. Cool. So now we want to add a alpha over node. You click add or shift A and then color and alpha over. Duplicate this and hook the image input to the image output, or the output to the input. Now you want to see which one is in the bottom. This one is at the bottom, so but you want to change the top one, change the scene to scene 001. That way it will get behind. And we want this to be a yellow intro, actually. So first thing you want to do is you want to add color hue saturation value and put the hue up to 1. Then the value, no, the saturation to 1.2. That way it will be more like, it will be more, the color will be stronger. Then you want to add a glare node. Add filter glare and change it from streaks to fog glow and put the threshold down to 0. That way you can see it shining. Then you want to add color, or no, it's color balance. Move everything down to red, reddish. Not 100% red though, but reddish, almost at the bottom. Then we wanna add color, hue saturation value. Put the value to 0.2 and the hue to about 0.6. That's good. Okay. Then you wanna add color correction node. Then change the shadows to, not that, 1.26 and the gain to 0.5. Great. So now we want to add the shockwave, if you want though. So add color mix and change it from mix to lighten. Add input image. Hook the image at the bottom, then open. Then in the download files I have a shockwave.mov. So start frame at, let's see here, start frame at 21, no, not 21, 29, and frames, let's say 100. That should be enough. Now we want to make sure it doesn't appear until it's supposed to, so add color, then let's say, wow, add color hue saturation value at frame 29, I mean 29. Hover your mouse over the value, then click I. Then go back a frame to 28, then press 0 and then I. So that's how you do that. Let's jump to frame 54. No, not that far. Frame to frame 40. And then you wanna add color. No, actually you can just do this. Click this, press Shift D, and then hook it up there. But that ain't gonna do it. You wanna do the same thing with this one. Shift D, hook it right there, and the same thing with this. Shift D, hook it there. But you wanna change the value to 1 and the gain to 1. Now that looks pretty cool, right? So you wanna add color. It's you wanna add color and then, wow, no, add filter, then glare, streaks to fog glow, and threshold down to 0. Then the size down to 7. Down to 7, that's great. Just see. Yeah, down to 7. Or actually 8 is great. 8 is fine. Yep, 8. Have it at 8. Now we wanna add the vignette. Add color and then off over, then add input image. Hook it up right there. And you wanna open and then find the tutorial files and then double click vignette. Then you wanna add distort scale and change it from relative to render size. Now we got like a black sort of edge thing. So yeah, that's how you do that. Now we want it to fade out and fade in. Add color, use saturation value. And by the way, you know the hue, it changes with the color. So like if you want to change the color, you can like have that frame 1, then have it at 0.5, and then like change, and then have frame 40 and have it 0.5, and then go one frame further and change it to this. And then it will change color there. So that's pretty cool. But now we want to do the fade out. Remember the keyframe. So have it down to 0, click I. Then go to like frame, let's see, 20. Then have it, make it go back to 1. And then press I. So go to the very end and change it back to 0 and I. Go to frame 224 and then change it back to 1 and I. So now we have the fade in and fade out. So now let's go back to default and click render and show/hide render view. Now we wanna make the black things go away. So if you can see, it's like this. You go to the render mode down here and then click render view. You wanna go to the modifiers tab, then click add modifier and click edge split. Do the same thing on the other text. Make sure you have the text selected, not the text W1 this time. And then you wanna go to add modifier again and click edge split. Now you can see the black disappeared. Now go back to solid view and you have to save it. So click save as and then go to your desktop or whatever and type something like tutorial finish. Yeah, that's good. Save. Then it will appear on your desktop. So now we want to change this. So you want to go to the, actually you go under output, you see TMP. You click the folder icon and then you go example to the desktop, or you can go to videos and something like here, and you can type tutorial finished. Okay, so then accept. It's just an example, you don't have to say that. And then you can change this example, go to xvid, change it to xvid, and then open the encoding tab, change it to H264, and then audio code it to MP3. Then here's kinda important, change the render to 50. That will make it so it takes a longer time to render, but it will be more quality. And yeah, so now you need to render it. So you wanna press, hang on, maybe you want to save again, save, then render, and then render animation, and it will start to render. So it will render every frame one by one and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. Sorry for breathing into the mic. I hope you enjoyed. If you actually made an intro, please submit it down in the comments below. I wanna see what you made. And yeah, Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.